As president, my highest aspiration is to bring peace and stability to the world. Today's signing follows our success with India and Pakistan. They were going at it. They were going at it big, and they were two great leaders that came together just prior to what would have been a tremendous conflict, as you know, a nuclear conflict probably. Also the Congo and Rwanda. Now, that was one which was going on for 31 years. You have them beat. 35 years you had them beat. But that was going on for 31 years, and we have it all done, and people are very happy. That was a rough one. That was nasty. 7 million people that they know of died. Also, just recently, Thailand and Cambodia, that was one that was just starting. That 2,000 people were dead on the border, but it was just starting. And I was talking to one of the two nations on trade, and I said, I'm not going to sign a trade deal if you guys are going to fight. And I got the other one. And again, great leadership, Thailand and Cambodia. And before it got started, beyond that first couple of days, we stopped the war. And they've had wars periodically, very much as you two have had long-term wars. And we got it stopped. And the two, again, I find in all cases, they're great leaders. If they didn't agree, I would say they're lousy leaders, to be honest with you, but they did agree. And so Thailand and Cambodia, Serbia and Kosovo, we got something stopped that was ready to start. We didn't like that one. We didn't like it at all, and we saved a lot of lives. It's a big, beautiful honor to welcome everyone to the White House for this very historic peace summit between Armenia and Azerbaijan.
President Trump brings peace to Caucasus, and we're grateful for that. We will turn the page of standoff, confrontation, and bloodshed.
Today's great achievement is yet another testimony to your global leadership and your legacy as a statesman and a peacemaker on the world stage.
This is a really great achievement. As president, my highest aspiration is to bring peace and stability to the world.
My name is Gary Franchi. I'm the chief White House correspondent for the Next News Network, and I'm on a very special assignment. As we roll across Texas en route to Congressman Ron Paul's 90th birthday celebration and a stop at the InfoWars studio, a story is rapidly breaking on the other side of the world, and it's one the mainstream media refuses to touch. Now, the Prime Minister of Cambodia has formally nominated President Donald J. Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize for helping secure peace between Cambodia and Thailand, preventing war and protecting innocent lives. At the same time, a national movement is gaining incredible momentum across Cambodia to rename National Highway 4 as Donald Trump Highway. While it has not yet been finalized, the support is overwhelming, from the Prime Minister himself to scholars and students to government officials, veterans, and everyday citizens. The Cambodian people are uniting in one voice. Thank you, President Trump. They see what our media ignores, that it was Trump's decisive leadership that helped deliver an immediate ceasefire and restore hope in a region long overshadowed by conflict. As a White House correspondent, I want to speak directly to the Cambodian people. Your courage, your dignity, your relentless pursuit of peace have inspired me. I've come to understand the deep pain your nation has endured, from genocide that took the lives of over 3 million people, to the tragedy at the Thai border, where tens of thousands were driven into minefields or gunned down in the 1980s. And yet, out of that suffering, you have built something beautiful, a nation that is seeking peace, stability, and partnership with the rest of the world. That is why I want to visit Cambodia. I want to walk the ground where history was made. I want to meet the survivors. I want to report on the border where bullets once flew and show the world the cost of war. But more than that, I want to experience your culture, your people, and your spirit. And for the first time in my career, I will be translating this segment into the Khmer language because your story deserves to be heard in your voice. Now, let me say this clearly. The bullying from Thailand must stop. Cambodia has earned peace, and the world must respect it. This movement, this moment, it was made possible by the tireless work of Trump consultant Michael Alfaro, who coordinated this effort behind the scenes with former Voice of America and U.S. State Department officials. And yes, the Trump inner circle is watching. Donald Trump Jr. has been fully briefed. He has seen the coverage and his response. Awesome. So what's happening right now has the power to reshape the face of diplomacy and recenter the conversation on real peace, not manufactured narratives. This is what peace through strength looks like, and it's what the media will do everything to ignore. And that's why we're here, to make sure that you see it first. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi, on assignment. Stay tuned.
Can I have a suggestion?
Yes.
So maybe we agree with Prime Minister Pashinyan to send a joint appeal to Nobel Committee to award President Trump with the Nobel Peace Prize, because from the leaders of the countries which were at war for more than 3 decades, having this historic signature here, it really means a lot. This is tangible result of President Trump's leadership, and no one could have achieved that. So who, if not President Trump, deserves the Nobel Peace Prize?
Welcome to the first meeting of the White House FIFA Task Force. In my first term, I negotiated the return of the World Cup to America, and now in my second term, I'll have the honor of hosting the World Cup for the first time of any president in more than 30 years. Starting this June, the United States will host the 2025 Club World Cup, and next summer we'll host the official 2026 World Cup tournament.
America will welcome the world, everyone who wants to come here to enjoy, to have fun, to celebrate the game.
I think that you'll see the very best of the United States of America, both in athletic competition, but also in hospitality.
This is one of those events that I think is going to be remarkable and will stand the test of time as the world's greatest sporting event ever held and conducted.
Great events don't happen unless you have great planning, and starting well over a year in advance, putting your team together to make sure this event goes off without a hitch. I thank you for that.
Thank you, everybody, very much. Appreciate it. This morning, I'm thrilled to announce that we have reached a breakthrough trade deal with the United Kingdom. It is a very special day because it's Victory Day, World War II, May 8th. This is incredible that that day is the same day that we signed a tremendous trade deal for both countries. With this deal, the UK joins the United States in affirming that reciprocity and fairness is an essential and vital principle of international trade between our two countries will soon be stronger than ever before.
With this President, this Prime Minister, we've managed to achieve what many people have tried to achieve for many years. It feels completely historic.
You've done what you said you would do. You said to the Prime Minister that you would do a good trade deal with the United Kingdom, that you would do it at pace, and that we would be first. And you have delivered that. You've been true to your word. So thank you very much.
Today, I signed an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally, and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens who book your free flight right now, we want you out of America, but if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in. Thank you. We believe in peace through strength. You have to have the strength. I believe it is God's job to sit in judgment, my job to defend America, and to promote the fundamental interest of stability, prosperity, and peace. We had 52 days of thunder and lightning on the Houthis in Yemen like they've never seen before. This was a swift, ferocious, decisive, and extremely successful use of military force. So we hit them hard, we got what we came for, and then we got out. The gleaming marvels of Riyadh and Abu Dhabi were not created by the so-called nation builders, neocons, or liberal nonprofits. The birth of a modern Middle East has been brought by the people of the region themselves. Peace, prosperity, and progress ultimately came not from a radical rejection of your heritage, but rather from embracing your national traditions and embracing that same heritage that you love so dearly. It's a true privilege to visit your country, special country, and gather as friends. I'm honored to be the first American president ever to officially visit. To the Emir, to the royal family, and to this entire nation, congratulations on a spectacular job. As president, I'm proud that our growing friendship has blossomed into a full-fledged economic and security partnership. You're setting records on this trip. We're bringing a lot of investment back into the United States of America. Will be well over $10 trillion. I want to thank Your Highness for helping with that number. You know you can count on us, and you know that it's going to be a great investment for you. So tonight, let us give thanks for the blessings of this friendship. We have a great friendship. I want to wish peace to the Emir and to all Qataris. Working together, we can help the entire region unlock its potential. So I just want to say it's an honor to be with you. The companies represented in this room have collectively announced more than $2 trillion in new investments, and we have a total of close to $8 trillion all told. Every new investment, every new factory, and every new job created is a sign of strength in American economy.
Mr. President, thank you for what you're doing, not only to revitalize U.S. manufacturing, but helping ensure that the U.S. aerospace industry continues to lead the world in innovation.
U.S. must continue the leadership of AI.
I want to thank you, sir, for everything that you've done.
We are proud to create millions of jobs here and to make significant investments to catalyze a new era of advanced manufacturing.
We finally have a president who understands that we need to reindustrialize, we need to be made in America, made in the USA.
President Trump kicking off another busy week at the White House.
It has been yet another eventful week in Washington.
The activity level is off the charts. The president dialed in. He is executing his agenda at a lightning fast pace. Now, here's something we rarely see in American politics. President Trump is actually keeping his campaign promises, and he's doing them as quickly as possible.
This administration's moving at political light speed, and they're just getting started.
We're going to have one shot at this, and no other president's going to do what I'm doing. Goodbye. We love you. We will be back in some form. Have a good life. We will see you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's official. Former President Donald Trump will be running for president again in 2024.
Has Donald Trump got the stamina and the will to do this again? He's come under such tremendous...
Everything is on the line in this election.
A busy day in the campaign world up in Butler today. Former President Trump holding a rally at 5 o'clock.
He just tried to kill President Trump.
Not even an assassin's bullet could stop him.
It feels like the climax of a superhero movie. The first act, up 2016. The second act, 2020. The third act, he almost dies. And then what happens?
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
Rare in
deliver, and he's doing so in historic fashion.
The tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. In the face of unrelenting economic warfare, the United States can no longer continue with a policy of unilateral economic surrender.
Donald Trump was about to do something in economics that's never been done in American history.
His goal is to actually punish anyone outside the country that's producing goods that America should be producing for itself. He's going to raise revenue for the government. He's going to protect American jobs. And you're going to see a lot of people say, look, America's open for business. Why would you not want to come here and build?
His game is, I'm making America first. I know how to do it. I've got the backbone to do it. No one else did it, and I'm going to get it done.
Trust in President Trump. He knows what he's doing. This is a proven economic formula.
We are finally putting America first.
The mortgage rates come down, inflation has come down, egg prices have come down. But these are things you cannot ignore. You've seen trillions of dollars in investment. You've seen companies saying that they're going to expand operations here and nearly 250,000 new jobs.
Oil prices went down almost 15% in 2 days. Interest rates hit their low for the year.
We're celebrating the White House, a decline in the price level, a reduction in inflation.
Some incredible new numbers. This month, consumer prices, they actually dropped. It's never once happened under Joe Biden.
Bringing inflation to 2.4% from the same time last year.
The Dow right now shooting up over 2,000 points. Look at that.
Energy costs now are down, groceries are down, gasoline is way under $3, and people are beginning to be able to buy things and live again.
This is the most aggressive effort at pro-American growth in American history.
My name's Angie Morphine Vargas, and I'm mother to Ruben Morphine. He was executed in the streets of Salinas in 1990. 34 years later, I could still cry for him like if it was yesterday.
My name is Maria Vera Vega, and I'm the mother of Marine and Border Patrol agent Javier Vega Jr. Our son, who went by Harvey, was murdered August the 3rd, 2014.
My name is Chris Odette. I'm an angel father. My daughter, Krisha, was killed September 12th, 2014 by an illegal alien in Rockwall, Texas.
This is my son Ryan and his girlfriend, both poisoned to death by illicit fentanyl. I can't bring my son back, but we are doing all of this to save the future Americans from being poisoned to death by fentanyl.
My name is Agnes Gibney. This is my son Ronald da Silva, who was murdered by a previously deported criminal illegal alien gang member.
My name is Angel Ma Maria Mendoza. This is my son, Sergeant Brandon Mendoza of the Mesa, Arizona Police Department, who was killed on May 12, 2014 by a repeat illegal criminal. Thank everybody in this administration for finally paying attention to criminals who harm Americans.
We thank the Trump administration from the bottom of our hearts.
Without them, there would be no justice for my daughter.
We're finally getting some justice in this country for our children.
This right here is what should be living here in America, not criminals that are coming in right now.
This is one of the most important days, in my opinion, American history. It's our declaration of economic independence. My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day. April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again. American steel workers, auto workers, farmers, and skilled craftsmen watched in anguish as foreign leaders have stolen our jobs, foreign cheaters have ransacked our factories, and foreign scavengers have torn apart our once beautiful American dream. Our country and its taxpayers have been ripped off for more than 50 years, but it is not going to happen anymore. We are finally putting America first. In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. We will supercharge our domestic industrial base. We will pry open foreign markets and break down foreign trade barriers. More production at home will mean stronger competition and lower prices. From this day on, we're not going to let anyone tell us that American workers and families cannot have the future that they deserve. We're going to produce the cars and ships, chips, airplanes, minerals, and medicines that we need right here in America. We're going to build our future with American hands, with American heart. This will be indeed the golden age of America.
President Trump pushing ahead with his America First agenda.
Breaking news, Apple announced it's going to work with
and logistics around the world. Today, we are investing $20 billion.
Foreign leaders from around the world, investors from...
as a function of the great policies of President Trump and his administration, and as an act of faith in America, Tesla is going to double vehicle output in the United States within the next 2 years.
That's
Double.
a big deal. That's great. Thank you. And by the way, he makes one car. This one I don't understand. This one I don't want, but that's okay. Without a steering wheel. It comes out next year, right?
Yes.
Explain that, please.
Yes. Well, the Cybercab starts production in Texas next year, and it's self-driving. We have so much confidence in the self-driving nature of it that it'll actually not have a steering wheel. It will not have pedals. It'll either self-drive or not drive at all, but it'll self-drive.
President Trump,
And I'm going to pass on that particular.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy, and I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets, and number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life to doing this. I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people. And I just want people to know that you can't be penalized for being a patriot. And he's a great patriot. And he's also done an incredible job with Tesla. And I mean, nobody else has a car company started up in the last 30 years that's been successful. I don't think so. And not only successful, but super successful. And because he's able to find billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud and waste and all of the things. I mean, our country is going to be very strong very soon because of a lot of the things that he's done and a lot of the things that I'm doing. And there's no better team, but there's no better for what we're doing. There's nobody like this, and he shouldn't be penalized. And when I watched the other day, I said, I can't believe it. It should be the opposite. People should be going wild, and they love the product, but because he's finding all sorts of terrible things that have taken place against our country, they want to penalize him in an economic sense. And I just think that's very unfair. So I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one. Now, here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it. I'm going to let people at the place use it. And they all are all excited about that. I'm not allowed to use it. Can you believe it? One of my great things in life is that I can, I like to drive cars, but I'm not allowed to. I just think that's very unfair. So I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one. Now, here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it. I'm going to let people at the place use it. And they all are all excited about that. I'm not allowed to use it. Can you believe it? One of my great things in life is that I can, I like to drive cars, but I'm not allowed to.
It has only been 44 days, but the president will have a lot to talk about tonight when he heads up to Capitol Hill to address a joint...
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America.
Inaugurate a new president and vice president.
From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back. Our pride is back. Members of Congress, and to my fellow citizens, America is back. Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. Every day my administration is fighting to bring a future that America deserves. We are draining the swamp, and the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive action to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. Despite the best efforts of those who will try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
It has only been 44 days, but the president will have a lot to talk about tonight when he heads up to Capitol Hill to address a joint...
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America.
Inaugurate a new president and vice president.
From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back. Our pride is back. Members of Congress, and to my fellow citizens, America is back. Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. Every day my administration is fighting to bring a future that America deserves. We are draining the swamp, and the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. Despite the best efforts of those who will try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America. Very much. It's a great honor to have Prime Minister Starmer in the Oval Office. It's a very special place, and he's a special man. And the United Kingdom is a wonderful. This is a wonderful country that I know very well. I'm there a lot, and I'll be going there, and we expect to see each other in the near future. We'll be announcing it, but. We're going to be discussing many things today. We'll be discussing Russia-Ukraine. We'll be discussing trade and lots of other items. And I think we can say that we're going to be getting along on every one of them. We've had a tremendous relationship. And frankly, the Prime Minister and I have met twice before, and we get along very famously, as you would say. And I look forward to it very much. We look forward to the day and the meeting. We'll be having a luncheon after this, and then another work session. And I believe we're going to have a press conference at the end. So I look forward to it. And Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much.
Daytona International Speedway. Here to give the command of fire engines from Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World, now in theaters. Please welcome Captain America himself, Anthony Mackie.
President Trump, Elon Musk, Sean Hannity.
The media, they want you two to start hating each other. You do know that they're doing that to you.
It's the interview America will be talking about.
People are smart. They get it. They really see what's happening.
Don't miss it. Tonight on Fox News Channel.
International Speedway and the France family. We'd like to welcome the 44 and 27 President of the United States.
It's very difficult to articulate how proud I am of you and how proud I am of what you've done and came back in my country. And it's the most humbling. I love it. And we're all waiting for you. I'm honored to promise to her. She's a bit in shock, but I think she's bubbling. If I win, we're going to do it. Well, I'm in total awe, and my thanks is for you and your administration and these amazing people that have brought me home, and I just will spend the rest of my life in debt to you and the country, and I'm so excited. So good. Thank you very much. Some of our great people, speakers, are going to have. Pleasure to meet you. My pleasure. Christmas cards. And you know what? I got about 10 cards, and yours was one of them.
That's right. Oh, wow. That's very nice.
My lawyers snuck it.
I know. I asked them how they got it in there.
Yes, they
said
said that. Hello. Mark Fogel. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Mike, this is your coat, right?
Yeah. And it is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Squirrel Hill.
Hey, good to see you. No
I had a Steeler hat on when I got off the plane. I don't know where it is, but you know, it's great to meet another Pittsburgh.
Your mom came to our house.
She told me that. And I just talked to Vicky, and I know she was there. And I mean, I'm a proud Pittsburgher.
Mark, yeah, Russian caller.
Good to see you. You've been an absolute star for me and my family, and again, you know, like I said, for me to articulate all this in this particular time after what I've been through, and it's not the 3.5 years, but the last 6 days has been.
That's what you weren't sure.
I know. They came and pulled me out, and I just had a mask on. I couldn't see where I was going, and they were moving me. And there was a point, I think it was today. I can't remember what day it is, but they brought me my clothes. You look really well. That's fantastic.
Let's get you out of the cold.
I'm not one bit of cold. I came from Russia. And you know what? Of the 10 letters, I got one from you as well. And I had that in a scrapbook I was keeping, and they took that scrapbook from me today, and I want it back. I want those journals back and that scrapbook. Your picture was in it, and as they were, giving me the shakedown, we're looking through it, and I have the picture of you and my mom.
Oh, that's good.
And you should have seen these guys. Well, their eyes lit up like who's this? I said, that's my mother.
He's got some. Come on. Be careful.
Pleasure to meet you.
Two. I want to introduce you to somebody very John
Welcome, sir.
Personally negotiating.
Thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, every ounce of my energies. I thank you, and I will for the rest of my life. Thank you so much. Mr. Walsh, the coat. I felt so bad.
Ow, stop it. Stay warm. It's all cold in Russia. Yeah. It's a little cold. You got it cold side. Yeah, it was.
Everybody knows Mark. He's become a very famous guy. He's a very happy guy tonight, so it's just a real honor. An honor to have you at the White House.
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now. And I want you to know that I am not a hero in this at all. And President Trump is a hero. These men that came from the diplomatic service are heroes. The senators and representatives that passed legislation in my honor to get me home are the heroes. I am in awe of what they all did. My family has been a force. I think my 95-year-old mother is probably the most dynamic 95-year-old on earth right now. And I am so indebted to so many people. I think I remember a Churchill quote that he said when the RAF was fighting the Luftwaffe, and he said that never have so many owed so much to so few. And I put myself, fortunately and unfortunately, into that category, and I said, never has one owed so much to so many, that this superorganism of people that came to my support and the love that I was given sustained me for 3.5 years in a prison, that had me in hospitals for more than 100 days. I was given more than 400 injections in that time. And knowing I had the support of my fellow Pennsylvanians, my family, my friends, it was so overwhelming that it brought me to my knees, and it brought me to tears, but it was my energy, it was my being that kept me going that whole time. And I will forever be indebted to President Trump, to Steve over there, what a dynamic man this guy is.
That's true.
When I met him, the energy, the can-do attitude just exudes from his body. And when he smiled at me and introduced me, and I got the feel for what has happened, you know, it's not just me, it's everybody. And Secretary Rubio, who met my son a while back, I'm a middle-class school teacher who's now in a dream world.
We're going to show you the Lincoln bedroom in a little while. It's a very special place. Appropriate for tonight, I think. Very appropriate.
And thank you all. And I love our country. And I'm so happy to be back here. And I wish I could articulate it better.
You've done beautifully, and he's got a great mother. And when I saw the mother at a rally, she said, if you win, will you get my son out? And I promised. She's 95 years old. And I said, we'll get him out. And we got him out pretty quickly.
She told me that exact words.
I remember.
And,
she made quite an impression.
And you also did. Yeah. And I'm in awe of what you've done. And your team.
It's great to have you back. Gonna have a great life. Yes.
President, did you speak directly to President Putin about?
Well, I don't want to say that. I just want to say that I appreciate very much what they did in letting Mark go home, and I appreciate Steve Witkoff. The job he did, and Marco behind the scenes was unbelievable. And so many of these people were unbelievable. They represent him. They're from his area. And we just wanted to get him back home. I had to get him back home because I would have had big trouble with his mother. And we're going to take him for a little tour of the Lincoln bedroom, which nobody gets to see, and it's very special. Do you want to see it?
I would love to. And I also should make mention that President Putin was very generous and statesmanlike in granting me a pardon. I mean...
What were the terms of this deal, Mr. President?
Very fair, very, very fair, very reasonable. Not like deals you've seen over the years. They were very fair. And I think that's going to lead, and somebody else is being released tomorrow that you will know of. But we wanted to get this done, very important. And Steve wanted to actually fly over and get Mark and get him home properly, because it could be a pretty tough trip.
So is this the beginning of a deal, sir? Is this the start?
I think there's goodwill in terms of the war. You know, 1.5 million soldiers, young people have been killed.
I've met many of them.
Yeah, and it's a terrible thing going on. So we want to get that done. I think this could be the very important element. You could be a big part of it, actually, because it could be a big, important part of getting the war over with Ukraine. And we appreciate President Putin's what he did. He was able to pull it off for you, right? He was able to pull it off. We think, and you're here, so it was great. We'll tell you a little bit more about it tomorrow, but I think we've made great progress on the war also. Getting the war, I want to get the war ended. That war should not have been. It would have never happened if I was president. It would not have happened. And it did happen, and now you have all blown up cities and dead people. So many dead people. Should have never, ever happened. And you could be a big catalyst for just this evening. It's a very important evening for ending that war. And I think they all want to see it ended.
Does that mean you gave assurances about Ukraine?
How does it change your perspective on Putin and your attitude?
Well, I don't want to get into that. I only can say this. We got a man home whose mother and family wanted him desperately, whose state wanted him. He's become a big symbol, and it's an honor to have played a small role in that. And I want to tell you, these people, they all played a role, and we got him home, and he's healthy. It looks good, actually. To me, you look damn good. I'll tell you that.
I think when expectations are low, maybe that helps a little bit.
When you go kaplunk, right?
Can you tell us about the conditions of the prison that you were in, sir?
I think I need a little bit of time to sort of digest all of that. There were times when it was extremely trying. There were times when I could manage it, but I think I need some more time to, process it.
It wasn't easy, right? It wasn't easy.
Every second, every minute, every day had a challenge.
But you're in good shape. I mean, compare that to what we saw 2 days ago come home. They were very, very ill. Those people are very ill. They were treated really badly.
Mr. President, your predecessor left you almost $4 billion in unused aid for Ukraine, to Ukraine. Are you going to use those money? Are you going to send weapons to Ukraine?
Should have had this gentleman out a long time ago. We did it in 2.5 weeks. He had 4 years to do it. He should have had Mark out a lot earlier. It's a shame. It's a shame.
It was very...
Should have never had the war to start off with. Should have never had that war. Would have never happened if I was president. But he should have had him back 3.5 years ago. So it was too bad, but he didn't do it. But we did it. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Come on.
Mr. President, are reciprocal tariffs still coming tomorrow, or are you waiting until you meet with Modi?
We'll see what happens.
Have you spoken with President Xi?
Okay.
America was founded on an idea of freedom. America's always stepped forward in time of need throughout our short but powerful history.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Tear down this wall.
We've been there for all of it.
150.
A second plane hit the tower.
Our heroes are humble. They have an inner pride to keep this idea alive. Protectors are born, they're not made. America's Secret Service protecting this Super Bowl is asking a few more to step forward.
Well, I want to thank everyone. This is quite a group. I have so many friends sitting right here. Oh, there's one that he was calling me early on. He was saying, why are you going through this process? You know he's going to win. He's big, he's strong. I will never fight you. I'm going to tell you that. But right from the beginning, right? Right from the beginning. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Great guy. So... how about Sean? Is Sean just great, And he said every single thing that I was going to say, and what the hell, I can't say it again. But he's a special guy. He's been my friend for a long time. I probably shouldn't say a friend, but he is really a friend. He's a friend to the country. And I just want to thank Sean Hannity. He's a great guy. And his ratings are very good, too, which is very important. Which is very, very important. And you really do. You have incredible people at Fox. You have incredible people at every level of Fox, really. A couple I don't like, but that's all right. I shouldn't name them, should I? I don't think so. I shouldn't name them. But, we had we had just a spectacular election. They were... They were thinking it was going to be close, and it wasn't close. We won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. We won all 7 swing states. And we won the most votes ever gotten by millions by a Republican candidate, and I think I can say also a Democrat candidate, but I won't bother getting into that. We had tremendous, it was a tremendous day, a tremendous night, a tremendous period of time. 72 days, it really started 72 days before no day off, no play, no golf, no nothing. I didn't want to even play golf, even though it's sort of a good thing to run through a course. Thank you, darling. Thank you. It was all work. It was all work because we have a very important job to do. We have to win and we have to bring our country back. When you look at all of the people that flow through open borders, who could ever want open borders? Who would want that? And when I heard that, I heard it 3.5 years ago. And, you know, we built 571 miles of wall. We ordered another 200, which is far more than I said we were going to do, but we ordered another 200. And I heard that they weren't going to use it because we had a very bad result in that election. You remember that night? That was not a pleasant night, but we had a very bad result, very unfair situation. We're going to get things straightened out in this country, including elections. We got to get the elections. This one was too big to rig, you know? It was too big to rig. They tried. They tried. They tried, and then they just dropped their placards and went home. They said, "This is a slaughter." And but we're gonna do things that have been really needed for a long time, and we are going to look at elections. We want to have paper ballots, one-day voting, voter ID, and proof of citizenship. A little thing like proofs of. And we have a hard time because, you know, in California they just passed a law that you're not even allowed to ask a voter for voter ID. Think of that. If you ask a voter for their voter ID, you've committed a crime. They have to get Judge Janine. Where's Judge Janine? To lock them up. You're supposed to lock up somebody that I don't think, she won't do it. She won't do it. She'll say, "I'm not doing it." But we're going to get it straightened out. We're going to get the whole country straightened out. And the first thing we have to do is get the criminals out of our country. They've allowed 21 million people into our country coming through open borders from many, many countries. They came from jails. They came from mental institutions, insane asylums even. And we're going to have to get them out. And when you think about it, who would do such a thing? Who would do such a thing? Who would think it's good to allow countries from all over the world? Who would think it's good to allow countries from all over the world to allow people in from prisons and from all of these different places? Countries that have serious problems with crime, and they're all coming out. You know, in Venezuela, they took their drug dealers, their criminals, they took the people from areas of the city that where you couldn't even walk in, and they took them out and they brought them into our country. They dumped them into the United States of America, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. And as you know, I spoke with Canada, and Justin came flying right in because we talked about 25% tariffs. That's just the beginner. This is a hell of a nice crowd. I like this one. This is a nice crowd. Yeah. That's an interesting statement. Thank you very much. I do appreciate all that pent-up anger and love. It's everything at one time. It's everything at one time, but we're going to do things that a lot of people thought. We're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to get your prices down. And we're bringing the cost down. You know, when we were campaigning, a lot of people thought the biggest thing was the economy, and it is. It probably polled the best, but I never believed it was as important as immigration and the border and stopping our country from being invaded, because this was a massive invasion of our country. And I spoke with, as you probably read, I spoke the other day to the president, the new president of Mexico, a very nice woman. And we had a very nice conversation, but she said, "Why are you doing this to me?" I said, "I'm not. I'm just putting a lot of tariffs on because you're allowing criminals to pour into our country, and we can't allow that anymore." And it stopped. It stopped. It was so fast. It stopped. But we have great people. You know, Tom Homan. Is he Central Casting, by the way, Tom Homan? Is he central casting? We'll stop him. And we'll stop him fast. We shouldn't have to be doing this, but we have no choice, but we'll stop him. But I figured, I really always felt that was bigger than inflation. We're going to take care of inflation. We're going to take care of that by bringing the energy prices down, everything else. This is what they did. They messed up our energy. We had inexpensive, how about $1.84 for gasoline? And now they're saying they're doing well. It's at $3.75, but it was going up to $5, $6, $7, and $8, and they went back to the Trump plan. But the Trump plan, the real Trump plan, would have had double the production that we have right now, and we're going to have that very shortly. We have the best energy people in the world, all lined up to go. But I just want to say we're going to bring prices down. We're going to make our country safe. We're going to stop people from robbing our stores and hurting our people. We're going to, and we'll get involved with governors, including Democrat governors, because that's unfortunately, whether you like it or not, that's where the crime is. It's in virtually every case, it's with Democrat-run cities and states, and we're going to stop it. We're going to work with the governors and the mayors, even if they're Democrats, and we're going to get it down, and we're going to bring our country back, and it's going to be bigger and better and stronger than ever before. And we're going to be proud of our country again. Right now, we're not so proud of our country. We're going to be very proud of our country again. It's going to be better than ever before. It's going to be more successful than ever before. We're going to be more respected throughout the world than ever before. Countries are going to respect us again. They already do, actually. I think you have seen more happen in the last 2 weeks than you've seen in the last 4 years, and we're not even there yet. We're not even there yet. So I just want to thank, this is a fantastic group of people. This is a fantastic turnout. This is very impressive. And you're my friends. You're my friends, and we're going to be friends with this country, and we're going to do something that I've been talking about for 8 years. We had it done. We created the most successful economy in the history of our country. We were doing so good. Our border was the lowest numbers ever, the lowest number of illegal immigrants coming into our border that we ever had. The famous chart. Do you remember the chart that I looked over to the right? Ooh. I still have that throbbing feeling. That beautiful chart that I looked over, well, that chart showed we had the best immigration, the lowest number of people in the history of our country recorded. In the history of our country, that's what we achieved. And we're going to achieve it again, and very fast. It's going to be very fast because we have no choice. But we're going to do something that I've been talking about for 8 years. We're going to do it again, and we have to do it again. And that's, we're going to make America great again. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tyrus. Thank you, Tyrus. Good man. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's a great honor.
Giving it. forward again.
So they came after his family, his business, and Donald J. Trump is fighting for you.
They're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I'm just standing in their way.
The Democrat Party tried to throw their opponent behind bars, but Donald Trump would not bow down to tyranny.
I will never quit, I will never bend, I will never break, I will never yield, not even in the face of death itself.
An assassin came within a centimeter of taking his life.
Seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face, pump his fist in the air, is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life.
Weeks later, a hostile foreign regime, desperate to stop America's comeback, launched their own plot to assassinate President Trump. No American political leader has had to endure what he has endured. He did it for us, for our children, and for our freedom.
We stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. We are going to redeem America's promise and unlock the extraordinary future that is just within our reach.
But now, he is counting on you to finish the job. Only you can ensure all of this struggle ends with our victory. He took a bullet for you. Now, we need you to vote for him, because only you can decide how this journey ends.
Together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Megyn Kelly is here, and she's doing, come up here, Megyn. She ripped a guy apart.
Hi, everybody. Hey, it's great to see you. Can you believe this guy? Can you believe the energy and the stamina on this guy? At his age, I'm ready to go to sleep over there. He's got another rally to go to till tonight. Let me tell you, first of all, one of the reasons why I wanted to come here, one of the many reasons I wanted to come here. When I launched my show 4 years ago, we had Mark Cuban on the program. You know, yeah. May have seen he was in the news this week. And he started going on about how bad America's race history was and how ashamed he was of America, and that's why he was at all these protests, and he felt it was really important to stand up and speak out about human rights violations. And then it got awkward when I asked him about all the money he was taking from China. But then he dropped a bunch of F-bombs, and I thought, I really enjoy this feeling of proving Mark Cuban wrong. And so here I am at a Trump rally, a strong, intelligent woman to prove Mark Cuban wrong again. I won't take up much of your time, but I do want to tell you the main reasons I am voting for Donald Trump. Number one, immigration. He mentioned it. And people like Laken Riley. I'll be thinking about her tomorrow all day. 22 years old, killed in Georgia, a young nursing student by an illegal. I'll be thinking about Jocelyn Nungari, 12 years old, in Texas, murdered by 2 Venezuelan illegals. President Trump closed the border. Kamala Harris opened it by choice. It wasn't accidental. She said it would be humane. That's what she and her boss believed. Tell it to Laken Riley's family. There was nothing humane about it. He closed it. They opened it. It was an intentional choice, and there's no reason not to believe they won't do it again. The boys should not be in the girls' sports. The boys should not be in the girls' bathrooms. The boys should not be in the girls' locker rooms. Peyton McNabb, North Carolina sophomore in high school, slammed so hard in the face by a volleyball hit at her by a boy pretending to be a girl, she suffered traumatic brain injury and permanent paralysis. Kamala Harris looks at her and says, be kind, suck it up. And that's what's right. Why do our girls have to face brain damage in order to be kind to boys who want to invade their sports? And by the way, they are going into the women's prisons. She changed the law in California to make sure the taxpayers would pay for their sex change operations. She was not just following the law, she changed the law. President Trump will stop it. He got mocked by the left for saying he would be a protector of women. He will be a protector of women, and it's why I'm voting for him. He will close the border. He will keep the boys out of girls' sports and where they don't belong. And you know what else? One more thing. He will look out for our boys, too. Our forgotten boys and our forgotten men. Guys like you. Guys like these guys who've got the calluses on their hands, who work for a living with the beards and the tats, who maybe have a beer after work and don't want to be judged by people like Oprah and Beyonce, who will never have to face the consequences of her disastrous economic policies. These guys will. He gets it. President Trump gets it. He will not look at our boys like they're second-class citizens. And ladies out there who want a bit of girl power in this election, let me tell you something. How can you win when the sons and the husbands and the brothers and the dads you love are losing? It's not a win. We care, young women and older, about the lives of our children, the safety of our children. And we need not get so obsessed with what happens when they're in the womb that we forget about taking care of them once we're here and they're loved. Last point. What I don't want, what I don't think you want, is the left's version of masculinity. You see that ad they did about Trump voters trying to encourage women to lie to their husbands so that they could vote for her instead of Trump? That's their version of what marriage looks like. An overbearing husband who bullies his wife into saying she voted one way as opposed to an honest, open relationship. Oh, wait, I'm talking about Kamala and Doug. Okay, sorry. Where was that story in the news? Where was that story? I don't remember a single media person, not one, who sat with him, asked him about the abuse allegations against him by a successful professional attorney who has great details, who has receipts, who has witnesses. No one even asked about it. I'm not into their version of toxic masculinity or new masculinity. I prefer the old version. Them, all of you, and I prefer a president who understands how to be strong and how to fight. I hope all of you do what I did last week. Vote Trump and get 10 friends to vote Trump too.
Knocked down, we don't stay down, we get up again.
fight. We fight. We fight.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
I just want to thank my kids because they are great kids and they have been with me from the beginning. They've been with me right from the beginning. Just days ago, right here in your state, an incredible 25-year-old mom, beautiful mom, named Mimi Rodriguez Ramirez, was kidnapped from a Walmart parking lot that was safe. She was horribly abused and murdered, violently murdered. A week later, her body was dumped on a road. It was found by the police in condition that they said they've never seen anything like that before. The animal who murdered Mimi was an illegal alien who came to Georgia to maim and kill people. It made no difference who they were. Mimi leaves behind a 9-year-old daughter and her absolutely wonderful mother, Carmen. Yesterday, my friend, a very wonderful man and a very patriotic and philanthropic man, said he had the fortune to make a lot of money, and he gives a lot of his money away. He's just very amazing. In fact, he made contributions to Georgia with your hurricane problems, and he made tremendous contributions to North Carolina, Alabama. Think of all these states, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida. What a horrible thing that was. But my friend's name is Steve Witkoff, and he reached out to Carmen when he heard about it. And I'd like to ask Steve, he doesn't know I'm going to do this, and he may not want to speak in front of 40,000 people because I don't know if he's ever done it before. But Steve is just this incredible guy, and if it's okay with you, Steve, I'd love to have you come up and say some wonderful things about Mimi and Carmen and that incredible family that's been decimated. Steve Witkoff.
Hello, everyone. The president is a lifelong friend of mine, and he is one of the best men I have ever known. I speak about him often, and I like to tell people about his humanity, his sensitivity, his empathy. I am a member of a very bad club. It's the club of parents who have buried their children. When my son Andrew died, there was one person who supported me unconditionally. That was President Trump and his wife, Melania. We were having a conversation, and I told the president that my son Andrew leads me to others who have been in distress. Several days ago, that happened again. as a member of this audience, Josh McCoon, who you heard earlier, was a great guy, told me about a Georgia woman, Mimi, who had been murdered. I told the president the circumstances, and he was shaken. He asked me what we could do about it and told me to reach out to the family and do whatever we could. I flew to their home tonight to pick them up and bring them here, and they are here tonight. Distraught and sad, but I believe uplifted, and they are Trumpers and have voted for him in this election, all of them. Because they remain hopeful, as they told me earlier, that even after this terrible tragedy, this president, when he becomes president on Tuesday, can bring us out from the abyss. Let me tell you briefly about Mimi's family. They are hardworking, from Puerto Rico, living in Georgia, making a home for themselves. They never imagined their beautiful daughter would be killed by someone who did not belong in this country. On your behalf, Mr. President, we have raised their family money and we have given it to them tonight, and we will watch after them in the future. I can promise you that, in your direction. Carmen, please come up to meet the next President of the United States.
My name is Carmen Ramirez. I'm the mother of Minelli Zoe Rodriguez Ramirez. She was murdered the last Tuesday. I lose my daughter, but I don't lose my faith. And I know Donald Trump is the best choice for the USA. And not the best choice. He's the only one we need to save our country. I just want to let you know that everybody has to go and vote. Because just for talking and don't vote, we don't do nothing. Take your friends, take your children, 18 years old. Everybody has to vote. Because that's the only way we're going to save us country. Okay? And I want to let you know that Donald Trump is not a choice. It's just the number one. And Jesus let me come over here today to let you know that I have a 25-year daughter with a lot of life, and somebody stopped her life. And we have to stop with this and keep going with Donald Trump. I meet Donald Trump in person. He's the most wonderful person that I see, that I know right now. He helps us. He be with us all the time as this happened. and he always be there for my family. That's why we always got to be for him all the time. Thank you for everything. Thank you, and don't forget to go and vote. God bless America. Please make America great again.
$250 million Americans are not garbage. This week, Kamala has been comparing her political opponents to the most evil mass murderers in history. And now, speaking on a call for her campaign last night, crooked Joe Biden finally said what he and Kamala really think of our supporters. He called them garbage. No way. No way. And they actually mean it, even though, without question, my supporters are far higher quality than crooked Joe or lying Kamala. Higher quality. Higher quality. My response to Joe and Kamala is very simple. You can't lead America if you don't love Americans. That's true. You can't be president if you hate the American people, which I believe they do. And Kamala Harris is not fit to be president of the United States. In no way is she fit. She doesn't have the intellect, the stamina, or that special quality that real leaders, people like Brett Favre, have. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have what he's got. Few people do, to be honest with you. Joe Biden's comments were the direct result of Kamala's decision to portray everyone who isn't voting for her, which is a lot of people, as evil and subhuman. And we know it's really what they believe, because look at how they've treated you. They treat you like garbage. They treat our whole country like garbage, with open borders, with all of the horrible things they've done to hurt our country, inflation that should have never happened, allowing Russia to go into Ukraine, October 7th, and Israel. All of these things would have never happened if you had a different president. For the past 9 years, Kamala and her party have called us racists, bigots, fascists, deplorables, irredeemables, Nazis, and they called me Hitler. They've bullied you, they've demonized us, they've censored us, they've deplatformed us, and they weaponized the power of our own government against all of us. They've taken your money, they've thrown open your borders to criminals and terrorists, they've flooded your towns with deadly drugs and death. They're incompetent people. They've given your jobs to illegal migrants and sent our blood and treasure to fight in stupid foreign wars where the countries don't even know who we are and where we've never heard of the country. This Tuesday is your chance to stand up and declare you are not going to take it anymore. Six days from now, we can turn the page forever on this failed and corrupt administration. It's a corrupt administration, you do know that. We can declare once and for all that we are done with their hatred. We're done with their hysteria. We're done with their hoaxing, lying, cheating, scheming, plundering, and stealing. Oh, they steal. They steal. We're not going to let them divide and destroy America any longer. What we have built is the biggest, broadest, most incredible coalition and the greatest political movement in the history of our country. It's made up of hardworking men and women who make this country run, who really built this country. Originally, we have brought together veterans and union members, soldiers and steel workers, farmers and auto workers, and patriotic moms and dads of every race, religion, color, and creed. We're welcoming historic numbers of African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, and Arab Americans. And we're uniting Christians and Jews, Catholics and evangelicals, Muslims and Mormons, and everyone who simply wants to do one thing: make America great again. Thank you. Our campaign has been endorsed by the 400,000 members of the Fraternal Order of Police and every single police group all around our country. It's been endorsed by the Border Patrol. We have the greatest people, that Border Patrol. Those agents are incredible. They've given me the strongest endorsement you've ever heard. The greatest president ever, they said. And they said, she is the worst person we've ever worked for. She, in 4 years, never called us one time about the border. And it's destroying our country, the border. So I want to thank the Border Patrol. I want to thank ICE. I want to thank ICE. They're incredible people. We've been supported by the rank and file membership of the Teamsters, 62%. Think of that. By our beautiful and very brilliant Elon Musk. Do we love Elon? All I know is when that rocket ship came down last week, I said, oh, this is going to be terrible. It's going to crash. Look, oh, it's going to crash. It was coming down this way. And then those jets kicked in. The fire was pouring all over the place. I said, what's going on? And all of a sudden it started to be perfect, straight, dropped down. Then those arms grabbed it like you grab your little baby, grabbed it. And I said, who the hell pulled off that? I thought it was a science fiction movie, actually. I called up Elon. I said, Elon, was that you? He said, that was me. I said, that's why we love you, Elon. I said, can Russia do that? No, they can't. Can China do that? Nope, they can't. Can the U.S. do it other than you? No, they can't. I said, well, special guy, right? Special guy. Special guy. And we're endorsed also by a very brilliant and wonderful man, and it took a lot of courage for him to do this. As you know, their family's slightly Democrat for the last long period of time. RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy. And he's going to be with us, and he's going to make sure our food is safe, our people are safe, our women are safe. The only thing I don't think I'm going to have him get involved with too much is the liquid gold under our feet. I want to say, look, Bobby, we got a lot of liquid gold, and I like it better than he does, but I'm going to give him a lot. Just take care of everybody's health, and he'll do a great job of it. He's really a very special guy, special. And Tulsi Gabbard, respected by everybody, she just signed on an endorsement and became a Republican. She just became a Republican. And another one is Buzz Aldrin. Now, I didn't realize this. I had respect for him for many years. Great astronaut, great person, highly respected. And I said, you know, he'd be good, but what's the big deal with Buzz? They said, sir, he just endorsed you, and he's never done that before. Wow. I said, listen, I want to mention his name. And I want to give a special thanks to a man that you may not have heard of, Brett Favre, because and his great family. What a beautiful boy. What a beautiful family. But this is a special guy. Man, does he have a hand, you know? This guy shook my hand. His fingers are like sausages. No wonder he can throw the ball so hard. There was nobody like him, really. I've watched him throw those 500-yard games like it was nothing. He was flinging it. He didn't throw it, he flung it, right? Thank you, Brett. What a great honor. What a great champion. What a great champion. And what a beautiful boy and family. Incredible wife. Thank you, darling, very much. Great honor to have you. Thank you, Brett. And I came in, I went on the plane, I'm watching, and I heard him get applause. And I'm a little upset because I think he got bigger applause than me, and I'm not happy. He got bigger than me. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, everybody. Isn't it an honor to have him? That's unbelievable. Kamala and Joe call all of us, and them, even them, garbage. I call you the heart and soul of America. You are the heart and soul. You built our country. You know? You built our country. You built it. Far more than they built it, I can tell you that. You built it. And by the way, I want to thank all of our incredible sanitation workers all across America. Because they work hard. They really do work hard. And they do an incredible job, and they don't get the credit they deserve, like our police, like our firefighters, like so many others. They don't get the credit, but everybody knows we love them, and everybody knows they deserve the credit, and they will get the credit. And with us, we appreciate them. With the help of everyone here today, on November 5th, we're going to bring back our country, and we're going to bring it to levels of greatness that nobody actually thought even possible. So we're going to do that. November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country. I believe that because we are in a country right now that's in serious decline, and we're not going to let the country decline. We're in a failing country. We're in a country that's being laughed at all over the world by other leaders. They laugh at our leaders. We're not going to let that happen anymore. That didn't happen 4 years ago. So while we're running a campaign of solutions to save America, and America which they have virtually destroyed during their almost 4-year period of rule, Kamala Harris, a very low IQ individual, is running a campaign of hate, anger, and retribution.